Greetings, fellow citizens. This is Citizen Kong, and welcome to another Fez night. Well, as you can see, I've let my hair down for this Fez night. Maybe try something a little different. Last Fez night was not good. If some of you saw, my Easter Fez was a total failure. There was a Fez that went out into nothingness. The Fez that cannot be found. It's a Fez that's non-existent. I ended up talking to space. To a tape head. As it turns out, my camera, I think the tape heads needed cleaning. Might have had something to do with all that smoking I do around my camera, I suppose. Maybe I should put the camera in the other room. That might have been the problem. But anyway, hopefully, touch wood, my camera will not let me down tonight. Okay? And tonight's Fez will be called Fez Night Rides Again. I had to check my notes. You know, I'm having a hard time getting into the Fez Night groove sometimes, so please bear with me on this, all right? So anyway, tonight's drink, I meant to go out and procure a bottle of Captain Morgan's spiced rum. But when I went to the liquor store, I saw his cheaper cousin, Admiral Nelson's spiced rum. And because times are tough and I got to save all my pennies, I figured saving a couple bucks was worth it. All right, so tonight's drink will be spiced rum and Coke, as you probably already guessed. Got my glass of ice ready right here. Cracking open a bottle of Admiral Nelson's spiced rum. It's his bastard cousin, I believe. Smells good. All right. Well, I hope all of you are fine. I think I poured a fair amount in there. I don't think I'm being a wuss. Well, I hope all of you are okay, that you had a good week. Like I said, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that my camera works for me tonight. I'm not, I would, as much as I would, I'd like to go out and buy a new camera because I just love getting new stuff. I love buying stuff. But man, I've dug myself into a hole and I'm trying to climb out. I can't be buying new equipment right now. But there's been some very kind people and that have offered to help me out, and I appreciate that. But I think we'll be fine for a while. Okay, so thank you. There we go. Did I pour too much rum in there? Doesn't seem to be much room for Coke. All right. Well, anyway, here's to another successful Fez night. Fez Night rides again. This time, the long-haired version. Well, they're all long-haired versions, but without it tied back in a ponytail. Cheers. Every now and then, when I take a break from Fez Night, or for whatever reason Fez Night doesn't happen, believe me, posting it on Sunday nights when I have to go to work the next day isn't always so great. But and I really sometimes I have to push myself. But once I get going, it's okay. But I absolutely have no idea what I'm going to talk about, and I appreciate people that actually watch this vlog because it just goes on and on and on, doesn't it? It's just me talking and drinking. Cheers. I'm going to have to press on. I don't want to go on too long. I don't want this to be 6 parts. I have a lot of catching up to do on subscribers, so I'm sorry, but some of you that subbed not too long ago, I did go and visit your pages and I talked about you, but that Fez night was not to be. So here we go. All right, we left off on Tommy Two Guns, so I'm just going to plow through this, okay? Forgive me, but that's what we'll have to do so I can get caught up. Maybe next Fez night will be more of the relaxed, leisurely Fez night that all of you have come to know and love. And of course, Fez night is about friends of Citizen Kong. Oh, and by the way, let me thank all of you that have subbed to my Royal Order of the Fez channel, the ROF, and that is my little group that I started so I can be the head of an organization. That in the guise of Head Dr. Bender or Dr. Bender. Head Dr. Bender's not me. There's the other Dr. Bender. Anyway, it's confusing. But I do appreciate Head Dr. Bender. I totally dig Head Dr. Bender. I mean, if I could cast a person to play Dr. Bender besides myself with a phony English accent, which to some of my subscribers overseas in the UK or whatever, I hope you're not too offended when I try to do that. But I think I do it better than most Yanks, I believe. So anyway, thanks for subbing to the ROF channel, and you know who you are. And many people that are subs to the ROF channel are already subs to Citizen Kong. But if you haven't heard of the Royal Order of the Fez, I'll look into it. You might want to sub to that channel. There's not too much going on there right now. Every now and then I'll post something on there, but mostly it has to do with the fun and games of not serious videos, even though I do post the non-serious videos on the Citizen Kong channel. But the ROF is mainly devoted to my fantasy of an organization that fights evil. Well, not necessarily, not evil as in the network of evil, but fights wrongdoers and sticks up for the little guy, much as the knights of yore, the errant knight. That is the ROF, Royal Order of the Fez. All right, here we go. Oh, this is to the people that have watched Fez Night regularly and post comments and rate it. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the views, and it's a mystery to me what the appeal is. So cheers. Here's to all of you. And here's to the new subscribers. I was thinking about maybe a theme song for Fez Night, like na 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 Fez Night. That's not very good, is it? All right. Anyway, no, there is that Citizen Kong theme at the beginning, that sort of guitar riff thing. All right. Here we go. Mystery I1, thank you for subbing. Racer FTWS, thank you for subbing. A special thank you to Neutron Star, who sent me a couple of very nice messages, and he thought I seemed like a nice chap. Of course, last week I did a much longer thank you to all these people, but I got to press on, okay? MK Kevin 75, MK Kevin V75. Thank you, Kevin. Edible napalm. What an interesting idea. Edible edible napalm. Thank you for subbing. Ice Pick Bitch. Well, I'm still wondering the mystery of who is the Ice Pick Bitch. A very alluring and dangerous femme fatale. The Beantown. Oh, this is long, so it goes off here. What is it? I'm gonna have to click on his page. Here we go. The Beantown Bad Boy. Oh yeah, he's part of the hoodlum gang that that's sort of our circle has enmeshed, remember those, what are they called, Venn diagrams, when we were kids? We have the circles like overlap and create little subgroups in the middle. The network of evil and the gangsters, and then the ROF channel is this little overlap area. Ay, ay, ay. Some of you don't get it, some of you do, and some of you don't care. That's fine with me.